it all, if I simplify it, it all has to do with the love in the heart. How do we return to love, right? The bottom line is we come in and we need love, and we exit and we need love. And what is the experience of embodied love? And everything that's not love is an interference with love. So we meditate, we pray, we do whatever we can to return to love. But trauma is anything that's not love, the way I look at it now. So if we're in fear, if we're frozen, if we're numb, if we're disassociated, we can't enter into the, I'm calling it liquid love now, liquid love,
What's the
golden
liquid?
liquid love. So it's like liquid love that permeates through your molecules of energy and motion. So liquid love should be moving around your joints, in your molecules, through your whole body. So it's embodied love, but we can get there now because there are so many amazing tools. One is breathing, and we don't even realize that God is breathing us. Universe is breathing us, and it's invisible, and we pause to breathe. And then we realize that we chose to come into a body on planet Earth. Like somewhere there was a choice to enter into our mother's womb, whether we're conscious or not. So then from the moment we enter into the embryo, there's an essence of being, right? And you're an astrologer, so you know that imprint. You're coming in with an imprint, and then you come into a family, and then you have choice, free will. So what are you choosing? And I think COVID is really asking people to make choices. COVID is opening up, maybe the whole planet is in like a Jungian state of therapy. Like if Carl Jung was alive now, he would say the whole planet is really now facing the shadow. The collective unconscious is everywhere, but as the dark is darker, the light is lighter, right? And there you are with Amma in Divine Mother's Embrace in India, you know, and here I am in New York, and then there's COVID. And as bad as COVID is, it's uniting the planet. It's telling everyone to stop with distractions. No more movies, no more distractions. It's like, go home, go home. Take yourself home, home to your heart, home to your family. And when you go home, like look at everything that's not being home. Like home is in the heart. So I feel like my work is the same, but the emphasis on love and the breaking down of the shadow is quicker and easier, if people are willing to breathe. Got to breathe. You got to be willing to feel Mother Earth. And trauma happens in relationships. So we really need each other to come out of it because it happens in relationship. And when we're traumatized, we withdraw, we freeze, we numb, we disassociate. So the return to love is being witnessed and loved in compassion with another being. And so I sit and really hold space for people to return. And it's really all about consciousness, right? Like now we're talking in ordinary consciousness, and I see your beauty and your scarf and your smile, and we're in ordinary consciousness. But in order to move through to embodiment, we might need to close our eyes and go into mindfulness. And then mindfulness is the bridge between the habit pattern and the unconscious. So if I enter mindfulness, then I might notice, oh, okay, the back of my neck, what's happening in my jaw. Can I connect into my belly, down into the soles of my feet? So mindfulness is what's taking me into my body. So anyone watching this little conversation, if they just close their eyes, we can do it for a minute. Just close our eyes together. In closing my eyes, I'm removing the outside world of thinking and doing, and I'm returning to the world of breathing and sensation. So as you and I close our eyes together, we then come into the present moment. And in the present moment, We notice the presence of our body, just scratching my eye, and we're breathing. And then we're surrendering to Mother Earth. So if I go from breathing into being and return to my body, because my body is my temple, it's my tree, it's where all my memories are. So taking a breath, entering our bodies, noticing the boundaries of our skin, noticing our connection with Mother Earth, and letting breath be like a river or a stream that's moving into our body as sacred earth. So if we want to be holy again, to enter holiness, then we return to Mother Earth. We are Mother Earth. Our body is Mother Earth. And we are the child that's being mothered simultaneously. We are the mother and the child of ourselves. And just breathing. And then knowing where there is flow, wherever there is flow and nourishment, we want to savor that. And wherever there's constriction and tightness, we want to send in love and presence so that there is no need for duality. We can be with constriction and we can be with flow, and we can be the mother of both. We can be the mother and the father of tightness and of fluidity. And then just noticing what it's like to hear the sound of my voice, to come back home. And then I will let us slowly and gradually opening our eyes again, just the beginning of the intimacy with myself is into me I see and into me I sense. And what is it that we experience in the presence of Amma, this divine mother who's emanating and radiating love and wisdom? When we resonate with Amma and we allow her energy field to permeate our energy field, we cleanse, we purify, and then we restore the light and the love. And then everyone around Amma and everyone who understands the love that comes from Amma that is universal. I can meet somebody in Woodstock who's a devotee of Amma, and I can meet someone in New York City who's a devotee of love. And those two people, if they're in the frequency of love, love has a frequency and a vibration, and we know love. And love is not about a religion, it's about vibration. So my love.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. I mean, that was like divine sampling of what you do best. And it's amazing the way that you tapped into the gold essence, because that's actually what Amma in our meditation, we've got a few different meditations we do with her, but a lot of them have to do with this gold liquid coming through. Isn't that incredible? She actually used it as a visualization for us. Either the gold liquid or like sparks emanating from a sparkler, like lighting up all the cells, dancing in divine bliss.
Right.
So that takes us right into the body and all the meditations. And I love that you brought her into the work and the conversation. But it's true. I mean, Amma says her religion is love, and you don't have to be, you could be watching this and be like, I don't even know what Amma is. And that's okay. We're not trying to convert you to Amma, but Amma is just the symbol of the divine mother, or the frequency of love, however you call her, or however you call love, however you call Mother Earth. Or
I just remember when I was with Amma and we met in New York City, I had a little constriction in my body. So I lied on the table, and one of the massage therapists who travels with Amma, she just put her hand on my body, and it was like golden love was like permeating, and it's addictive. It's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Somebody who is living in love, who's in that level of service and devotion, when they touch you, it's like water goes from their body into your body when they're in that state of prayer. So my wish for anyone who's listening to us right now is, however we return to the garden, just give yourself permission to imagine a garden that's completely devoted to your soul and essence. And that's why I love astrology too, because if someone explains to you what your imprint is, you know what your challenges are and where your north node is and where your gifts are and your transits, you're really recreating your garden. And the effects of trauma on your soul, on your psyche from your family, they can dissolve as you give birth to that unique gift that you are in this particular lifetime, right? I've been doing people's charts the past week, and it's like everyone is just so completely unique and like a flower in God's creation. And wish, my feeling in COVID is that's what's meant to happen. The earth needs to be restored to health. That's why we have climate crisis. And we need to be restored to the earth. And we need to really return to the Garden of Eden. And so we're meant to really cleanse and purify so we can create a universe in the Aquarian age that's based on collaboration and love and mutuality and service. There's nothing left here but to love each other, and that for the wounded people need the love of the people that aren't wounded, and the people that aren't wounded need to realize that there's nothing to fear but fear itself, and we are one. So it's time for us to look at the prison system and look at homelessness and look at the people that are outside of our society suffering, and to open our hearts to them and give them our time, our money, our resources without sacrificing, right? So to let love flow through me. If I return to my garden, I can welcome you into my garden, or I can leave my garden and go work in a homeless shelter or go do some volunteer work and love another and come back and restore myself back into my own sacred being. So it's a constant mindful journey of pausing to enter into my heart and soul, and then loving you. And then if I get triggered or activated or an emotion is kicked up, to pause again and to allow that energy and motion to move through me, right? That's the essence of trauma healing, is to allow all energy and motion to move through. What we do is we fixate on an emotion or a thought, and it takes us over. So the light and the love of the divine and our bond with our marriage must be with the divine more than each other. We're all coming out of codependency.
Yes.
Really, we're
Yes.
coming into dependency on the light and then helping each other light the light inside each other.
My crow agrees. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
He just said yes.
Oh,
In the
beautiful.
background, he said, gave the okay.
I know it's so amazing when there are signs. That's what I mean. It's so awesome. I went up to work in the country with a man named Andre. We're building a community of serving Mother Earth, and every weekend we work on the earth and we restore the earth, and then we do a circle together at Kiva around a fire, and everyone talks about what they're feeling and what they need to help return to the light. Then we drum and dance together. We eat together. And the crows come and the eagles come and the birds come. And it's like they're telling us, we just planted ginseng and a spider came out of the ginseng, and then the ladybug comes. And it's like we haven't been in relationship with Mother Earth, with the animals. They're all attempting to talk to us now.